Dear brothers and sisters, we celebrate this Mass on the eve of the day on which the Church commemorates Saint Andrew, apostle and patron of this land. At the same time, we begin Advent, the season for preparing ourselves to experience anew at Christmas the mystery of Jesus, the Son of God, begotten, not made, consubstantial with the Father, as solemnly declared 1700 years ago by the Fathers gathered at the Council of Nicaea. In this context, the first reading of today's Mass comes from one of the most beautiful passages in the book of the prophet Isaiah, where the invitation resounds, beckoning all peoples to ascend the mountain of the Lord, a place of light and peace. I would like then to meditate together on what it means to be part of the Church by reflecting on some of the images presented in this text. The first image is that of the mountain established as the highest of the mountains. It reminds us that the fruits of God's action in our lives are a gift, not only for us, but for everyone. Zion is a city set on the mountain and symbol of a community reborn in fidelity. Its beauty is a beacon of light for men and women from every place and serves as a reminder that the joy of goodness is contagious. The lives of many saints confirm this. Saint Peter meets Jesus thanks to the enthusiasm of his brother Andrew, who was led to the Lord along with the Apostle John by John the Baptist's zeal. St. Augustine, centuries later, comes to Christ thanks to the ardent preaching of St. Ambrose, and there are many similar examples. We find here an invitation to renew the power of our own witness of faith. St. John Chrysostom, a great shepherd of this church, spoke of the allure of holiness as a sign more eloquent than many miracles. He said, "The miracle happens and passes, but the Christian life remains and continually edifies." In conclusion, he exhorted, "Let us therefore watch over ourselves so that we may also benefit others." Dear friends, if we truly want to help the people we meet, let us keep watch over ourselves as the Gospel recommends, by cultivating our faith with prayer, with the sacraments, living it consistently in charity, and casting off, as St. Paul tells us in the second reading, the works of darkness, and putting on the armor of light. The Lord, whom we await in glory at the end of time, comes every day to knock at our door. Let us be ready for him, sincerely committed to living a life of goodness, after the example of the numerous holy men and women who have dwelt in this land throughout the ages. The second image that comes to us from the prophet Isaiah is that of a world in which peace reigns. This is how he describes it. "They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." How urgent this call is for us today. How great the need for peace, unity, and reconciliation around us, within us, and among us. What can our contribution be in response? To better understand this, let us look at the logo of this journey, in which one of the images chosen is that of a bridge. It can also make us think of the famous large viaduct in this city, which crosses the Bosporus Strait and unites two continents, Asia and Europe. Over time, two other crossings have been added, so that there are now 3 points of connection between the two sides. These three great structures of communication, exchange, and encounter are impressive to behold, yet so small and fragile in comparison to the immense territories they connect. Their triple span across the strait reminds us of the importance of our common efforts to build bridges of unity on three levels: within the community, in ecumenical relations with members of other Christian denominations, and in our encounters with brothers and sisters belonging to other religions. Taking care of these three bonds, strengthening and expanding them in every way possible, is part of our vocation to be a city set on a hill. The first bond of unity that I just mentioned is the one within this church, which in this country consists of 4 different liturgical traditions: Latin, Armenian, Chaldean, and Syriac. Each one contributes its own spiritual, historical, and ecclesial richness. The sharing of these differences clearly demonstrates one of the most beautiful features of the face of the bride of Christ, a Catholicity that unites. The unity that binds us together around the altar is a gift